July 16th. Turkey woke after a night of bloodshed and treachery. A night where democracy almost succumbed to terrorism. A night where a country was almost thrown into chaos. But it was a night that saw a nation come together to fight for their democratic rights and unite as one. 249 people were killed in the coup attempt. More than 2,000 were injured. Thousands grieved at the funerals of the fallen. And Turkey's political parties came together to the biggest pro-democracy rally the country has ever seen. 5 million people gathered in solidarity at Istanbul's Yenikapı Square on August 7th.
It was one of the bravest moments of civil disobedience in modern history. So they have claimed to the world that they will not bow to military authoritarianism, and they also showed to the world that they would die to protect democracy and individual liberties. So they made a statement. They said that human rights, individual liberties and democracy are non-negotiable in Turkey.
But one question remained. Who was responsible for the events of July 15th? It soon became apparent that the finger of suspicion pointed far away to the Gülen organization leader living in the United States.
Dünyayı sırtınıza alıp taşıyabilecek güce ulaşacağınız ana kadar, o kuvveti temsil edeceğiniz şeyler elinizde olacağı ana kadar, Türkiye'deki devlet yapısı ölçüsüne göre bütün anayasal müesseselerdeki güç ve kuvveti cephenize çekeceğiniz ana kadar.
These are the words of Fethullah Gülen, speaking 3 decades ago. Since 1974, he has built up an extensive network of followers around the world. On the surface, the Hizmet social movement is devoted to interfaith dialogue, tolerance, and moderation. It runs a network of more than 1,000 schools worldwide. But this tolerant facade hides a more sinister purpose. Over decades, Gülen has gained access to vast numbers of followers, financial resources, and political influence. They burrowed deep into the Turkish state and lay in wait, a ticking time bomb, waiting to detonate.
Bu okullarda en önemli aileleri, velileri ikna edecek ve tarafına çekecek şey, çocuklarda fevkalade bir eğitim kalitesinde yükseklik var. Eğitim kalitesi yüksek. Fakat farkına varamadıkları bir şey var. Bu çocuklar Fethullah Gülen'e ait bağımlı zombiler haline geliyor. Canlı bombalar haline geliyor. Tamamen iradelerini Fethullah Gülen örgütüne teslim ediyorlar.
Fethullah Gülen's disciples infiltrated Turkish institutions, including the armed forces, police, judiciary, and politics. They've been linked with assassinations, blackmail plots, fabricating evidence to jail critics, and even helping their members to cheat on civil service examinations. Fethullah Gülen himself is currently being tried in 55 separate court cases. Members use code names and encryption to communicate. They take an oath to Gülen to ensure their loyalty. They are taught to deny being involved with the movement, to form alliances with powerful people, and await instructions from the man they consider the Imam of the universe.
There is no doubt in my mind that the Gülen movement is very heavily implicated in this attempted coup. Turkey is grappling with the aftershocks of this seismic event, and that we have to really understand better who was involved, what their motives were, in order to try to better assess how we can help Turkey in the future. So let's not throw stones until we properly examine what's happened.
To an outsider, the idea of a shadowy organization taking over Turkish society from within may seem far-fetched. But within Turkey, most experts agree that the Gülen organization was indeed behind this coup. A number of coup plotters stated that they are members of Fethullah Gülen's organization and acting under his orders. One man involved in the assassination attempt of President Erdogan was even carrying a Gülen prayer book. As the coup unfolded, army generals tried to force Chief of Staff Hulusi Akar to take a phone call from, quote, our leader Fethullah Gülen. And among the coup plotters were police officers, already under investigation for their links with Gülen's organization. Despite this evidence, many international media outlets and politicians have been slow to back Turkey's democratically elected government and slow to condemn the coup plotters. That's caused frustration in Ankara.
It was as if all of these people, and in general, the elites of Western civil society had their minds made up before they had any facts, and they had a narrative of Turkey, and they continued to reinforce that narrative. I mean, that has changed, but I was very frustrated watching this narrative unfold.
In the wake of the July 15th coup attempt, the Turkish government declared a state of emergency and demanded the extradition of Fethullah Gülen from the United States. Thousands of public employees have been detained for questioning or dismissed from their posts. An extraordinary measure that could only be taken in response to an extraordinary threat.
Everything that is being done is being done under the rule of law. The due process is ongoing in Turkey, and if the people are found guilty, then they will face charges. If they are not found guilty, they will be released.
Turkey still faces many challenges. A border with war-torn Syria and Iraq stretching more than 1,000 kilometers, terrorist attacks in its cities, and giving shelter to a flood of refugees fleeing conflicts in the Middle East. But the spirit of July 15th lives on in the hearts of the Turkish people. Now, more than ever, they are determined to protect their democracy and protect their nation from threats.